I have I have two young clients I'm going to talk about today. Both of them are pursuing a dream. The first is an incredible programmer, high tech, wanting to hobnob with some of the best tech people in the world. And he has the talent and the know-how and the prowess to do it. However, he can also get in his own way. And what he thinks he wants to do, the dream that he has, he's not sure is possible. Until one day, he received two offers, both of them over $500,000 with equity in the organizations. And then he asked me, he said, what is this world that I'm living in? He is beginning to see the fulfillment of a lifelong dream that seemed so far in front of him before. Because before, he was all about, what do I do the next day? How do I get through the next week? And if he was planning a month in advance, it was a lot. But now he's starting to plan long term, and he has this opportunity to steward these opportunities so well. The dream is coming true for him. I have another young client who is around 27 years old, phenomenal at his craft. And this opportunity came along where he would actually be building 5 condo units, the entire unit. The deal is about $7 million. He will see $3.5 million of that. Now, here's the thing. He's not as far along as the first client I talked about. He's not as well versed in planning. He hasn't trained himself to think longer term. He doesn't know about doing the most important things, the 3 MITs, from getting things done. He doesn't understand about VTOs and how you put your big rocks in and then your smaller rocks and then your little rocks. He's been all about proving himself to the people in his life for far too long. And he asked me to come alongside him to keep him accountable to his dream. In doing so, he is starting to convert a dream into a vision. And this vision will very soon, if he can stick to his guns, become a reality. My friends, I'm talking about a 27-year-old and a 30-year-old. These are examples that are pretty clear, pretty succinct to talk about. But the reality is, when I work with my 50 and 60-year-old clients, I find I have the same issues. But now they're looking at the long term in terms of post their business. They have these go-go years that they want to enjoy before they move into the slow-go years, before they wind up in the no-go years. And they've worked so hard building this business for what? Why did they build this business? Are they going to let this business drive them into the ground when they still have time to enjoy life and to build whatever legacy that they want to contribute to this world? And so at that stage of the game, we have to get them out of this almost what feels like a jail cell. See, these first 2 clients that I talked about, they're not in the jail right now. They're out there playing and dreaming and scheming. But eventually, at some point, we get to this point where we feel very boxed in by our own businesses. Does it have to be that way? Perhaps we're disconnected from the vision because we haven't refined the vision as we've gone along. A vision is constantly evolving before us. Abraham was told that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars. He had no idea what that meant. No idea. Moses was told that he was going to be going into the promised land. He had no idea what that meant. And God continued to revisit the vision with him to keep him connected to it. And it would become clearer over time. So you have an opportunity, my friends, to stop and check in with God, check in with the vision and say, where am I? Where am I in this vision? Am I starting to veer off course? Don't be afraid if that's the case. The Lord will pull you back on the course. He will. But if we don't pause, the longer we veer off, especially as we get older, the less time we have to correct to get back on track. Make the recalibrations that may need to be made and keep pressing on, excelling still more. I really enjoy doing this with you all. I hope they've been helpful to you. And hopefully we'll have a chance to talk sometime. What's happening with your vision? How is it being fulfilled? What has surprised you about this? What's been frustrating about this for you? Hang in there. Press on.